For more on the escalating situation in Syria, I'm joined by Mark Kagan. He's a former U.S. intelligence analyst. He works at a nonprofit organization that deals with international security and strategic policy. Mark, always a pleasure having you on the broadcast. Thanks so much for coming in. I was just saying to you, the UNGA, it just seems like bang, bang, bang. This thing escalated rather dramatically. What's your take on all of it?
I'd say, why did it take so long? Russia has been watching what's been going on in Syria with increasing concern and agitation, and it seemed like the right moment for them because Putin wants to flex Russia's muscle and get it back on the world stage as the co-equal with the United States, and this seemed to be the best opportunity for it.
You know, the foreign ministry official said, if we let ISIL go now, they will make the Taliban of the 90s look childish by comparison. They're saying that, look, the bombing's been going on for about a year. Nothing's happened. It was time to make a move. You said much the same just now. Will Russia end with this now ground offensive? I mean, what are we likely to see in the weeks, months ahead, do you think?
On the Russian side, they got to be very careful that they're not going to be drawn into another Afghanistan, especially when they actually go head-to-head with ISIL or ISIS. And where they are now, they're not really in contact with ISIL or ISIS, which kind of puts a different spin on who they're attacking, because most of the targets they attacked were more against the rebels, against Assad. They weren't against the extremists like ISIL or ISIS. And getting involved in a Middle Eastern war, they have to take a look at our experience, even if they don't want to look at their own experience and the lessons learned there. And you really don't want to be getting boots on the ground there. I mean, that's part of the reason why the U.S. administration has not gotten involved there, although I can't say that there are any good choices. And, where the Middle East is concerned, it's often a choice between not good, better, and best, but between bad, worse, and worst. Here, it's not, you don't even have bad choices. They're all worse or worst.
And China, as you heard the foreign ministry spokesperson saying, they're still looking for a political solution. A lot of people saying that, but the more we see this violence escalating, the chances of that, I guess, seem even more remote, don't they?
No, it's gotten to the point where, so much blood has been spilled, so much disruption, so many refugees. Assad and his regime are fighting for their lives. The rebels are fighting. They aren't united. They're a wide political spectrum, and ISIS has its own agenda, which is to basically take over the Arab world and then go from there. And you have Russia trying to get in there both to support its ally and show that it's still a big man in town. And, oh, by the way, I just wanted to make the point that, when I saw those videos of the cruise missiles being launched to attack the rebel targets in Syria, I was immediately reminded of the same kind of cruise missiles being launched from the U.S. battleships in the first Gulf War. And this is a great marketing pitch for Russian power and Russian weapons.
We don't have much time, but I do want to talk to you about the dicey quality of all of this. You've got Turkey, you've got so many different players, the United States, Russia, jets going all over the place. I don't think there's a lot of air traffic controllers over there monitoring all of this sort of thing. I mean, it's really kind of scary what could happen in terms of miscalculations.
Yes, and the Russians are trying to get the U.S. to formalize this situation, and the U.S. is saying, no, we're not going there because we don't want you there in the first place. And I think we're really going to have a fatal incident or a shooting incident between Russian and American planes before they finally say, we got to regularize this situation, even if we don't like the way the situation is.
Mark Kagan, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming in.